Well, Pearce, what about your favorite money line bet? You need to tell us, please.
I like the Bengals. I mean, this feels a lot like the Bengals money line bet against Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago. The Bengals don't go to Pittsburgh and win. Well, they did. The Bengals don't go to Baltimore and win. This is a different Bengals team. They've got a really solid defense that seems to be improving. They don't have any big names, so no one really is supporting them. But all around, the defense is playing pretty well. We know what they got with Burrow. We know what they got with Jamar Chase. And people are going to say, well, they're just hitting these big plays and they're not very consistent. Well, that's exactly the same thing as the Ravens. If you look at the Ravens offense, they hit some big plays. Lamar Jackson's going deep and nailing passes. So if you don't believe in the Bengals offense or can't trust them, then you can't really believe or trust in the Ravens offense. And on paper, or at least in reality, I guess, the defenses look pretty even in this matchup. And I think also this line is an overreaction to last week. Yes, the Ravens beat the Chargers handedly, but we know that the Chargers are mercurial and they can look really good at times and really bad at times. What if the Ravens win over the Chargers last week, which is simply a game where the Chargers had an off day? So I will take the Bengals in the money line.
All right, Matt, which money line bet do you like?
So I'm glad Pearce brought up this game again because I'm going with the Dolphins at plus 115. And it should speak to my level of concern that I don't really like the spread here. I'd rather just take what I think is a coin flip at plus 115. Because if the Falcons do win this game by 3 touchdowns, I won't be shocked. I do think there's a chance the Dolphins issues they're dealing with lately, especially a quarterback, locker room issues, whatever's going on, like that could be a real thing and they might get crushed here. But the Falcons are also, like, they are dead last in the NFL in DVOA this season to this point. Like, they've been the worst team so far, at least by Football Outsiders metrics. Their win that they just had was against the Jets. And other than that, they've played really poorly this season. They've had an easy schedule, and basically the only difficult game they had was in Tampa Bay, and they lost by 23 points in that one. Their other games came against Washington, Giants, and Eagles. So between like that and the Jets, I mean, they really haven't faced anyone besides Tampa. Their one true test, and they got blown out in that game. I guess what's being priced into this line is that the Falcons are coming off a bye. They had the London game 2 weeks ago. The Dolphins just played in London, so the rest factor could be why this line is different than what I think it should be. So again, like, this is a game that could go any number of ways. I think weather could be a concern here, but to me, it just comes down to the Falcons are bad and the Dolphins are also bad. And I think this really is a coin flip game. So getting plus 115 just seems like a value to me.